Everybody has that drum beat in their head. Because you heard the drum beat when you were small, an infant in your mother's stomach. That's how you knew you were living. Because you heard that drum beat. That was your mother's heart. And as long as you heard that heart, you knew everything was all right. But once you stop hearing that heartbeat, you didn't know that you existed.
I've been born in Venezuela, by the way, in Cumaná. This is the north of Venezuela. Then the family took me to Syria when I had 6 years old. Now, I remember Mom telling me that since I came to this life, I always was punching something, even the plate or the wall, or playing my hands.
I'm the firstborn of all the children. Name is Gary Nelson, Gary Washington Nelson. After I discovered that my grandfather was like as strict as he was, I had to watch, some of my behavior. And for a while I was doing all right. And then, you get involved with certain people and all that, and you start running the street, and you don't find out what your gift is until something has been taken away. And I had to reflect inside of myself deeply. And what did I find? I found Adi Mukumba. So Adi Mukumba was born again from Gary Nelson.
I have been performing for 25 years in the Philadelphia area. I started a group called the Voices of Africa Choral and Percussion Ensemble. About 25 years ago, it was a children's ensemble, and it consisted of my 4 children and other people in the community, in the African community. Some of their children were involved as well.
I got the opportunity to see a group named Los Muñequitos de Matanzas, and in the early 90s, Cuban groups were allowed to come to the States and perform, and they were at the International House here in Philadelphia, and they came and they had a folkloric drumming and dance group, and it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And there were no like melodic instruments other than the congas. And it blew me away. And within 3 months I traveled to Cuba and started my research on Afro-Cuban rhythms and instruments.
It's a spiritual form, It's not like, and the vision is not just looking at it with the physical eye and seeing it and thinking that, you can achieve it or construct it.
What I've done is I put black tape on all my sticks, because my energy is it's the way that I hold it and the way that I utilize it. So it makes it mine. So if someone else comes along and picks up my stick, I'm like, excuse me,
That stick is mine. I made the connection to this stick, not you. So give me my stick back, kind of a thing. And so that's the spiritual, that's like in an elementary sense, the spiritual connection that we make to our instruments.
I was incarcerated at the age of 19 for trying to steal musical instruments, you know. So I was incarcerated for a couple of years. And through incarceration came the inspiration that I would never put my hands on somebody else's belongings because I had a desire or a deep, yearning to want to either make or play instruments. So I started finding materials from the street, and right to today, I work with a lot of found material.
Percussion is a rhythm, and rhythm is life. See, even if you're walking, you have to walk on a rhythm. If you're talking, you gotta talk on rhythm. You see, the same thing, it comes with music. We are the main clock of the band. I always tell the guys that. If we speed, they speed. If we slow down, they slow down. But if we do that, it means we are not